at the 25.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On play action, it's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Rodgers. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I don't see more than trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Gano's kick is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Here we go, set! 79! Unlock right! Unlock!
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Willis. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute it, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
But sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he's going to be taken out of bounds, but not before he gets this all the way down to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And again, it's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. They'll try to field goal now with Graham Gano. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
They begin with Henry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Henry again on 2nd down. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Seahawks had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road. But now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home.
And nowhere to run for Willis. He goes down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and with it, time will expire here in this first half of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. The shotgun snap to Willis. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback because that was awfully close.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
two things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Watson. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st down, Rodgers forced out to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes, because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
On play action, now Rodgers. He's got the hook up with Dobbs. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep with the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Uchenna Nwosu. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this 1st half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. They'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here. Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Now Willis. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Henry up the middle. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Willis now off of play action. He's going to air one out. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Now Willis. This will go to Henry out wide. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
In motion, the tight end. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Rodgers now on first down. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. This one fielded at the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A check down here for Henry. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Henry. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. 10 to 11, 10 to 11. Hey, Cash.
On 2nd and 12, Willis. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Off the play fake, here's Willis. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Gano the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Taken in at the 3.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
On 2nd and 9, Willis firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll give them 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Play action. Here's Willis. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
To throw again on 2nd down. Willis. This will be caught at the 2. And he's brought down. That'll put him up over 160 yards receiving now for the game. They can't seem to stop it. Willis out of the gun. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another. Back now in Seattle, Washington. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Third and goal, Willis. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So with less than a minute gone by here in this fourth quarter, the field goal there gets this thing back to even.
And it's setting up for a fantastic finish, isn't it, partner? It's been a well-played game, a hard-hitting game. The fans are into it. The announcers are into it. This is going to be a great fourth quarter.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left. Contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers, now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to connect all the way back to the right.
Here's Rodgers. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw, here's Willis. Over the middle, complete. That's Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Willis now off the play fake. Flushed out right. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Inside handoff, Henry. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Willis now off play action. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
Throwing is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. Now they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
On the jump. Set, triple, set. Let's go.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And the stiff arm proved fruitful for a second, but the daylight quickly snuffed out. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Willis back to throw it. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Willis looking to pass it. Rolling to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. So the victory here for Seattle. And we talked so much about the turnover.